I have said so many times that I couldn't even tell you how many times I've said it, that Donald Trump and his legal team need to understand that it's never smart to attack the judges or the prosecutors or the investigators who hold their very fate in their hands. Luckily, Donald Trump and his lawyers never, ever, ever listened to that advice, and Christina Bobb, who is now Donald Trump's campaign lawyer, came out this week in an interview, of course, with Steve Bannon and attacked judges all across the country because they will not listen to their frivolous 2020 election lawsuits. But before I read what she had to say, it's important to point out that Christina Bobb, by attacking these judges, is not only creating problems for herself in the future, but creating problems for herself and Donald Trump's other lawyers and Trump himself right now, as they have other cases pending before the courts and one court that is still deciding whether or not to issue sanctions to Trump's legal team. That's Judge Arthur Engoron up in New York. But here is what Bobb had to say about these Republican and other judges in America. I mean, Republican judges, not just Republican judges. The Republican Party of the last 40 years has become the party of cowards. And the judges that cowards appoint are also cowards and don't want to take up real issues that crazy leftists don't like. And the signature verification issue is a very real problem that they don't want to have to deal with. So the leftists are crazy, according to Christina Bobb, because we don't want frivolous lawsuits about an election that was not stolen to clog up our court system. We're the crazy ones for that, Christina? Really? That's where you want to go with this? All right, let's do it. It turns out that Christina Bobb, as I mentioned, not only creating problems for the future and for right now, is also attacking Donald Trump and Donald Trump's appointed judges themselves. Because at least 2 of the lawsuits that have been filed, that have now been, of course, thrown out, challenging the 2020 election, 2 of them were tossed out by Trump-appointed judges. And if Bobb thinks that every judge that tosses these out is a coward because they were appointed by a coward, well, then we can just use our simple property attributions here to understand that Christina Bobb just went on Steve Bannon's podcast and called her boss, Donald Trump, a coward. And the judges he appointed. You're cowards too. My favorite thing about Republicans, which is also why they're dangerous at times when they have power, but when they don't have power, when it's just somebody like Christina Bobb, my favorite thing about them is that they don't think. Like, they do not think before they speak at all. She's out there, she's trying to get a knock on these establishment Republicans, trying to say, oh, they're cowards, their judges are cowards because they're throwing out our lawsuits. I'm so smart. Wait, what? Those were Trump judges? Yeah, they were. And now you're kind of just stuck between a rock and a hard place. You're getting publicity for something that you probably don't want publicity for because it's just publicity because you're so damn stupid. But hey, go ahead and enjoy your stint as Donald Trump's campaign lawyer. I'm sure with some, brainiac like yourself, that's not going to cause any problems at all, is it? So best of luck with your new job. It's probably going to go about as well as your old jobs went as well. This is Hattie. Hattie wants to know why you have not subscribed to our channel. You obviously like our videos, so do us a favor and subscribe.